It is on silent. Hi, I'm Phil Kelly.
Sorry, Phil. We're going to do this one more time.
Okay, no problem. Hi, I'm Phil Kelly, and I'm with my friend, our friend, Rod Tam. Rod Tam's been a public servant in Hawaii for over 28 years, right, Rod?
Right, and I appreciate Phil to be here.
Yeah, you've been helping to serve the people, and Rod's been a public servant advocate. I have a paper here,
right.
civil rights advocate, grassroots advocate, open government advocate, so people can find out what is really happening and why.
Right. I feel that that's my role and my duties in here to help people out and
Yeah.
through the government bureaucracy. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And so Rod is a former state of Hawaii representative and senator, and former city and county of Honolulu city councilman for a total of 28 years. That's serving
28
the
years.
people.
Yes.
And sometimes you get persecuted.
Oh yes, I've had 2 death contracts on me in the past, and, because I stopped some unwanted developments.
Yeah, to serve the people and let them know what's really happening and
these,
why.
These unwanted developments were very political.
Yeah.
There were some legislators and politicians involved in construction companies, developers. Yeah.
Yeah, and people don't even know how the money flows.
Right. Well,
and what it causes, the money flowing.
yes. I am coming out with a paper in terms of identifying Hawaii's politics that
Yeah.
I experience and what has been printed in our daily newspapers in the past.
Yeah, yeah. You have a record of everything that's been printed. We all
Right,
do.
right.
But then when you put it together in a way that to educate the public, that's really good.
Well, to educate the public means to empower them so that
Yeah.
they will not let history repeat itself again.
Yeah.
Right?
So people won't be controlled by circumstances. So we
Right.
can. It's kind of hard, with big government and when you don't really know what's happening and why, and it's hard for individual
Right.
people unless they have somebody rooting for them or helping them like you do.
Right. And the focus here is to establish democracy continuously. Like
Yeah.
our forefathers in the United States of America wanted to. If we don't continuously build upon it, then it disappear, and we become a police state.
Oh,
In some
boy.
sense, we are a police state.
We are already, yeah. Oh man. So the title of this first program is about. You can explain it.
Well,
of this first-
basically, we want to explain that people's rights, constitutional rights,
Yeah. Yeah.
here in Hawaii and throughout the United States. And it's very important for people to know because they're protecting their rights.
Yeah.
And, it's about civil liberties, yeah?
Yeah, and you were just mentioning to me that if a judge is brought before the Judicial Commission for violating the Hawaii State Constitution or the United States Constitution, he's brought before a board of his peers, which is other judges, yeah?
Right, and this is what happens within the state of Hawaii, which is very unfortunate, is bias, if I may call it that. And, we need to change that. And,
It's not like the mainland over here.
No,
They all
yeah.
take care of each other and protect each other. The
Right.
good old boy system, yeah?
yeah, it's because basically we have appointed judges rather than elected judges by the people.
Yeah, and where the mainland
Yeah.
quite most of the time has elected judges, yeah?
Like any other job, if you're appointed by your boss, basically you're going to be so loyal that they tell you jump in the fire, you're going to jump in the fire.
Yeah, yeah, they do what whoever appoints them,
Right.
they they're serving whoever appoints them. Otherwise, they'll be replaced.
Right. Although there's a code of ethics for judges and attorneys, but it's not embraced upon here in Hawaii,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And I can express that real strongly because being that I was a legislator for 28 years,
Yeah,
I've seen it happen.
you've seen it all.
Right, and experienced it. Yeah.
And experienced it, yeah.
Right.
And so you've learned lessons that you can't forget, yeah?
Right, right. You know, something happened to me when they went after me for embracing in terms of the people's power to the United States Constitution and the Constitution of the state of Hawaii. It made me even stronger and more determined to empower the people.
Because you got persecuted for that,
Right.
for
And
protecting the
most
people.
likely, those who get persecuted either disappear, but somehow
They get
it made me
discouraged.
stronger.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
I guess it's built within the character, and I was taught by my grandparents and my parents that you have to embrace your strong image, you know, positively,
And
do
even
what's right.
The Bible says that when you have trials and tribulations, it helps you grow to more spiritual maturity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And you've changed a lot. You changed from Democrat to Republican.
Yes. Yes. Because I really believe in the Constitution of the state of Hawaii, empowering the people.
And I don't know if I'm saying it right,
Yeah.
but you changed from Catholic to Christian.
Well, I changed from Catholic religion
Yeah.
to that of Buddhism.
Oh, you changed it to
Yeah,
Buddhism?
yeah. Buddhism, in terms of what I've belonged to now, is called Nichon Soshu.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And,
So that shows how much I know. I'm from Waianae for 30 years.
And it's Buddhism focuses on compassion
Yeah.
to others.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And I learned that the Catholic Church, unfortunately, and if I may be so open about it, puts people on the defensive and scare tactics. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but Buddhism, Nichon Soshu, otherwise known to people as SGI, emphasizes compassion to others and helping others, which is what I believe is my role here as a human being.
Yeah, well, and that's Jesus Christ teaches people to help each
Right.
other.
Yeah, and,
And-
you know, Catholic is not the true religion as they claim to be of Christianity.
It's a faction.
Yeah. And in fact, you know, the story is that the Catholic Church was developed by the Romans who crucified Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
And they want to empower themselves with the followers of Jesus Christ, so they created the Catholic Church.
Oh,
And actually, the Catholic Church, I found out from experience, is a hierarchy of power,
yeah.
power and money. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a real hierarchy of
Right.
the rulers,
Right.
and then they got the common people as two different classes, yeah?
And the best way to control people is through condemnation,
It's
You-
through what?
condemning people.
Oh,
Yeah. So the Catholic Church, unfortunately, I've seen it whereby they condemning people. But you know, Jesus Christ said, "Those who have not sinned cast the next stone." Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yep, so, I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'll come to you.
But, yeah, Jesus does teach about compassion and mercy,
Right.
love, forgiveness.
Right.
And that is, I know what I was going to say,
Okay.
is that I believe the Catholic religion is one of the factions because
yes.
they want you to marry another Catholic,
Uh-huh.
and you know, when they're going to get married, they want the one that you're going to marry to convert to Catholicism. Yeah, don't they?
Yeah. Right. Right.
So it's like, to me, it's like creating faction. And there is a place, I think it's in Galatians chapter 5, and it lists a list of things that people do where they will not inherit the kingdom of God. And one of them is factions,
Right.
where dividing Christians against each other. And that's not done by the people. You know, Catholic people, Protestant people, they can be brother and sister and
Right.
friends and love each other.
Right.
But it's the leaders that
Yeah.
are causing the problems, creating the factions.
Well, the Catholic Church in history was involved, allies to Hitler,
Oh man,
to crucify the Jews.
I didn't
Right?
know that.
Yeah, because Hitler was a Catholic.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he was a
See?
Catholic. I remember writing a documentary on Hitler when I was in high school.
Oh boy.
Yeah, study American studies.
Mhm.
And so you had to pick a person that was a leader in history. So I figured, okay, I want to learn more about Hitler, right?
Oh.
And what he did, because they said that although he crucified people, but he was a leader. In what sense was he a leader? So I started studying him, wrote a paper on him, and found out that he was a Catholic.
Oh.
And he was allies with the bishop, the Pope at that time,
Oh.
to crucify the Jews.
Wow.
Because there was a dislike between the Catholics to that of the Jews.
Mhm. And yeah, and wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
In fact, I was told that Jesus Christ his family was a Jew.
Well, of course, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ was a Jew.
Yeah. But he went in terms of founding Christianity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
over the centuries, what has happened is you have all this Christianity sects. Right?
Yeah, factions.
Right. And
They
they're
are
basically
factions.
because they divorced themselves from the Catholic Church. It was not the true religion that they wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And and I know you got things to say about when the Calvinistic missionaries came to Hawaii.
Oh, it was terrible.
They
And
took advantage
Yeah,
too.
they condemn the Hawaiians for the way they dress, the way they eat, and so forth. And these are culture traits that the Hawaiians had,
Mhm.
but the Catholic crucified them in terms of that. In fact, did you know that the leadership of Catholic Church also kind of disowned Father Damien?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
What had happened is Father Damien wanted to help those who had leprosy,
Yeah,
right? So they were sent to Molokai,
yeah.
and he wanted to go there and help them. And the Catholic Church told him no. But he went anyway, right?
Because
And
he'd
it-
rather follow God than man.
Right, and he wanted to help people. His
Yeah.
compassion to help people.
Yeah.
And then, just a few years ago, the Catholic Church made him a saint. And it was the same time.
Oh, after.
Yeah, it was the same time where the Catholic Church was being questioned about all this sexual incidents
Oh,
by the priests, the male priests, to that of the young students.
yeah.
Right.
Sometimes boys, yeah.
So, in a sense, where you think it was very politically wise for them to do so, because you had to bring about something that was positive to
Yeah.
overcome something that was negative. Right?
Yeah,
It was
when
embarrassment to them.
the Bible does talk about, it talks about in the New Testament, written
Right.
2,000 years ago,
Uh-huh.
about a group that forbids people to marry, forbids people to eat
Yeah.
certain foods, and if they tell the priest, I don't know if this is politically correct, but if they tell the priest, you want to be a priest, you can't get married. Well, I would think, logically, that homosexual men would say, no problem,
Oh, yes.
I will be a priest.
Yeah.
And that's why they have problem with homosexual priests in the Catholic religion, molesting the altar boys.
Right.
It's common, it's common.
Did you know that in the history, past history, before the early 1900s, that priests were married, Catholic priests?
Yeah,
And then they stopped that. And it was not because of religion. No way in the Bible, no place in the Bible does it say that a priest cannot get married.
I know that, yeah,
But it was basically because of financial reasons.
really.
Yeah, because when you think about it, if the priest got married, okay, then the church would have to support the wife
And the kids.
and the kids. and also too, if there's any inheritance from the family, it would go to the wife and the kids
Not
rather
to
than the church.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
So it's all about money
Yeah,
and
that's what
power,
happens, yeah.
greed, yeah,
Yeah.
basically, and then the Catholic Church does have money, billions of dollars worldwide. In fact, when I was a senator,
Yeah,
and I was trying to supplement my income, at that time it was only about $30,000 back in the the late 1990s. Okay, um, and then what happened is someone told me, "Oh, find investors who have money to loan out to others." Okay, and then I said, "What happens?" He said, "Well, then you get a commission."
Oh,
And I started saying, "Well, you know, traditionally you go to a bank, right?
yeah.
That's licensed and so forth." He said, "No, this is right. It's okay because then you take that money, the $1 million plus, to New York, and then Bank of America is involved along with the Catholic Church
Oh,
in loaning out the money.
oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and they get a percentage, a commission, and
Oh.
I would get a commission too. But I never followed through because
Yeah.
it didn't sound right at all. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
It's the Truth and Lending Act
Yeah.
within the United States, right? Law,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
They need
And-
to know what's really happening.
Yeah. So you have people who are not licensed
Doing things that they're not.
exchanging borrowing of money, right?
Yeah, yeah. Doing things they're not
Yeah.
qualified or licensed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so you wonder about these people who were lending money, that they were introduced by people who made money, okay, such as in terms of the church, Catholic Church, basically, and getting a percentage out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of things that happen.
You know, unfortunately, I came upon all this, and then that's when I decided to separate myself from the Catholic Church. I didn't feel right, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
My parents always taught me to do what's right rather than wrong, and not take advantage of people. Be
Yeah.
compassionate also too.
Sure, sure. And when I think when God was in heaven, right?
Yeah.
And it says in the Bible, he looked down. There's two different things happened. One,
Yeah.
he looked down and he created man. He saw the man.
Right.
He says, "You need help."
Ah.
He created a woman, and I think, in my opinion, he made the woman with a more sophisticated brain than the man because she wanted man to have a good helper and make a good team.
Ah, right.
You know, man, I think, has a primitive brain,
Yeah.
maybe, or maybe it's just me.
By the
Construction
way-
worker.
By the way, although I'm a Buddhist, Buddhist is a philosophy of life.
Okay.
Okay, but I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a religion, basically. Yeah.
Sure.
But I believe that the Buddhism is more a philosophy of life.
Of people helping each other.
Right.
That's how you look at it, yeah?
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe people, maybe some Buddhists would say you're a liberal Buddhist because
Well,
you, you believe in
could
helping
be,
each
yeah.
other. They can call you whatever they
Yeah.
want as long as they don't call you late for dinner, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, the main thing is that knowing that I'm doing what's legally right.
Yeah, you're helping
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you know, let them call you what you want,
Yeah.
but if you're helping people, you're helping
Right.
people. And that's the whole point. When you love people,
Uh-huh.
you want to help everybody, no matter what religion they're in. You love them, you want to
Right.
help them, period. And that's it. Where factions, they say, hey, don't go with those people in that other religion. Just
Right.
be with the people in our religion. That's a faction.
Right.
But when you love people, that doesn't register. You're going to help everybody. You don't care where they go fellowship to worship or to. You love people and you're going to help people, period.
Right.
And that's what Jesus taught. So that's the other thing that I believe God did.
Oh, yes.
Is that he looked down on earth. He saw all the religions and they're all following men.
Mm.
And he says, you guys don't get it right. I'm going to come there in person and show you. So God took the form of Jesus Christ. He's
Right.
not, you know that. He's not just like a prophet.
No,
He is
no.
God in the flesh
Right.
who came and says, okay, that's why they crucified him. Because they said, God is the I am. And they said, who are you? He said, I am. They said, what? And they crucified him because they want to follow man. They want
Right.
people to follow them. And so that's, you know that.
Yeah.
And that's the key. And now you want to help people and you like the philosophy, that's fine to like the philosophy of helping people.
There is a purpose for everybody in life.
Yeah.
And I found my purpose in life, and I always like to help people in
Yeah.
terms of resolving the problems in government.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I learned about the structure and process of the legislature
Yeah.
and the administration.
Yeah.
on the
How much
local
time
and the
do we
federal
have? We
side.
got 8 minutes
Yeah,
left.
so
Yeah.
I found my
Niche.
reason for a living.
Yeah, yeah, helping people, and that's why when 2 times they put a hit on you, a certain person, because you're disrupting his criminal activities,
Oh yeah, there's a lot of money to be made.
and then
Yeah, I got
I
involved
know
with
what happened
Huna Street,
with what
stopping the Huna Street
the
development.
project. Yeah,
And stopping the development, and it went bankrupt. in
there were
the
some
following
illegal
year.
things
Yeah.
happening, but
Right.
there were heavy,
Oh yes.
high-rolling politicians
Right.
involved.
Yeah, so they lost their bankroll, basically.
And but the thing is since you were helping people all your life, the people who's supposed to conduct a hit on you told you and warned you. Yeah,
Right.
They told you
In
and
fact,
helped you.
especially when we, along with the residents of Kukui Gardens, we stopped the demolishing of the 860 units, low-income rental units.
I see.
And
And what does that mean?
Well, what it means is that you have this financially low-income rental units
Yeah.
called Kukui Gardens.
Yeah, was Fosse involved in that? or-
No, that was not Fosse. It was Danny Noy.
Oh, okay.
He was involved in terms of conducting the demolishing of it.
Oh, he wanted to demolish it.
Yeah, to build high rises
Oh, I see.
and commercial.
And then
make
the
money
low
off
income
of-
people gonna lose out.
They lose out. 860 units would be gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you put a stop to that?
Yeah, I helped organize the residents,
Yeah.
and we forced the state to buy at least half. But then, unfortunately, there was a death contract on me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because of that.
But then I have to thank some people who helped me,
Yeah.
save my life.
Yeah.
One of them was Laramie Howe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what's
Yeah.
happening. He
Yeah.
knows everything.
and another was Harold DeCosta,
Oh yeah.
former union leader
Yeah.
of the Teamsters. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And they saved my life.
Because they know you're helping people. You're taking care of the people, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
But
see-
you know, basically, like I said, it made me a stronger person.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe in Olelo so strongly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to have Olelo exist
Yeah.
rather than be put in the background in
Yeah.
Siberia. so
Here
to
it
speak.
is. Here, look at this, you guys. This is a paper.
Yeah.
Rod's going to explain that, the history. The mainland company, right? Came
Right.
in, bought. Go ahead, explain.
What you
it.
have before was Olelo, cable program company, and because we all have to use cable now, no longer can we use antennas on the roof, basically, of the house. And then Olelo Oceanic Cable Television got bought out by this company,
Named Spectrum?
Spectrum.
On the mainland.
They're on the mainland. And they came in like carpetbaggers, basically. And we heard the term carpetbaggers like they use in terms of after the Civil War in the United States. You know, carpetbaggers from the North went to the South and bought out their lands and so forth, their businesses. And it was a time of depression in the South. You know, so they
And
took
so
advantage
the
of it. Yeah.
wealthy Northerners took advantage.
Right. And the same thing has happened repeatedly here in history back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, whereby you had missionaries from the mainland of the United States coming here, taking advantage of the Hawaiians or Chinese.
They were Calvinists, not
Japanese, right.
Christians. They followed John Calvin.
Right.
That's
yeah.
the problem.
That's the problem. But they used the Christianity for their own purpose, right?
And that's why most churches on the island today are Calvinistic.
yeah.
Calvinistic means once you're saved, you're always saved. You say the magic prayer at the end of the night sermon,
Right.
and they say, now you're all going to heaven, don't worry.
Yeah.
I used to go to a Calvinistic church.
Oh.
They would say,
Yeah.
every Sunday I would hear it.
Uh-huh.
They would say, don't worry because of God's unconditional love.
Right.
Don't worry because of God's unconditional forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd say, only believe. And now I find only believe in the Bible one time only.
Right.
And it says, they say by faith alone, that's what they say, by faith alone. And you know, you say, well, the devil believes, how's that working for him? And then I said, I find faith alone, they say, you're put right with God by faith alone. I say, yes, I found faith alone in the Bible one time, and it says not by faith alone. You show your faith by what you do, like
Right.
helping people, having
Sure.
mercy, love, compassion,
Right.
forgiveness, loving your brother and sister no matter what congregation they go to. I even get flack by saying, choose one or the other.
Oh,
Don't
really?
go to different churches. Make your choice. Take a stand. And I say, wait a minute. If I love everybody,
Yeah.
I love everybody. I don't care what church they go to. I love them, and I want to
Right.
help everybody.
Well, Jesus Christ told people to be tolerant of each other.
Yeah.
Right?
And he wanted all the
Yeah.
Christian people to be one, not to be factions.
Right.
He wanted them to be one.
Yeah.
And so I'm in favor of people becoming one in Christ, you know, and accepting each other as a brother and sister, not rejecting somebody or say, don't associate with those people. They fellowship in a different congregation. Give me a break.
You know, Olelo is very important for people to express themselves, basically. You know,
Yeah.
a voice of themselves, the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And
So
with Spectrum
tell
right
them
now,
what to do. We got 2 minutes.
Spectrum wants to get rid of them and put him in Siberia.
Yeah, like they want to take away all the
Right.
channels, which they
Right.
did.
Yeah.
And now you gotta
they
buy a
want-
special
whereby
box.
you have to have a special box from Spectrum in order to get.
You can buy it from them.
Yeah. And they're making money. So the thing that we can do is join hands together and write to the State of Hawaii Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, which regulates in terms of your broadcasting systems. Okay. And tell them that basically Olelo is a government-supported, neutral party, nonprofit, whereby we need to have it exist. Okay.
To
Do not-
educate the people.
Right, right. So the state of Hawaii does regulate in terms of cable television systems. And so we need to tell them that basically we need to keep Olelo in openly, not in Siberia. Also, too, by the way, the state of Hawaii does give grants to Olelo, and therefore it's our money that's being used. You know?
Yeah, so they should have channels
Right,
that we have still. They should be accessible by the people,
right.
not to have
right.
to buy a special box where only the people who can afford to go buy this box from Spectrum
Right,
can watch
Right,
all the Olelo public TV. It's
Right.
public TV.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And by the way, the next program is going to be on judicial system in Hawaii.
Right.
So look for that one. It's going to be playing. You could find it in the TV guide under that title. And we're about out of time on this
Okay.
one. We'll see you guys again on the next program.
Aloha.
Okay, thanks.